Reclaiming safety in the body. Somatic anchors for anxiety. Greetings and namaste, beautiful soul, and welcome to Yoga PodClass. I'm Chelsea Lael Kennedy, your guide, friend, and fellow traveler on this journey of embodied wellness. This isn't just a podcast. It's a sacred space where we practice the kind of yoga that begins off the mat. In your breath, your body, your nervous system, your everyday life. I am a trauma-informed yoga instructor, a somatic mindfulness mentor, and a survivor. My work comes from a deep place of lived experience, healing, and faith. And so does this podcast. Each episode, we explore the sacred connection between ancient wisdom and modern science through movement, meditation, breath, and awareness, all to help you return to your body as a safe and sovereign space. During this time, I invite you to shift your focus to your breath, noticing how it takes up space inside of you, softening between the eyebrows, relaxing the jaw, dropping the tongue from the roof of the mouth, elongating the ears away from the shoulders, tall spine, noticing the support beneath you as you root down to rise up tall, but also the atmosphere and the ether around you, all supporting you. Please be safe. You are responsible for your own practice. Let's begin. Anxiety is a signal, not a flaw. It tells us where safety has been interrupted. This episode is a compassionate return to the body using breath, grounding, and gentle movement to anchor us in the now. The science and spirit of somatic grounding is what we're talking about today. We're integrating the wisdom of asana, posture, and pranayama, the breath, with dharana, concentration, to support an anxious nervous system. When we practice rooting postures and deep exhalation, we are stimulating the vagal brake, slowing the heart and reducing hypervigilance. Somatic awareness, interoception, helps the brain reorient to present safety rather than past threat. From yoga philosophy, this is a way of reclaiming ahimsa, non-harm, non-violence towards self, and satya, truthfulness, acknowledging our body's messages honestly without shame, being present with what is. According to the Yoga Sutras, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, yoga is the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. Grounding anchors the body so the mind can soften its grip. And lastly, we'll touch on the svadhyaya, the self-study, as it plays a role here also. We're tracking our body's signals, allowing them to become like sacred observations rather than self-criticism. As you settle in, I want to welcome you to a guided practice called root and rise. A term that they'll often hear in yoga classes is root down to rise, and that's really pressing down into your feet or your seat, the connected parts to the earth, and allowing the roots to propel you up tall, higher towards the sky. So we begin sitting comfortably. You can either be seated in a chair or squat down on your feet, bringing your knees into your chest. And when you inhale, I invite you to slightly lift your chest and chin up to the sky. And then exhale, gently rounding back down. Following your breath, let the breath move you, inhaling, rocking slowly, lifting the chest and the chin. And then exhale, gently rounding back. Doing this at your body's own pace for another 4 rounds. Feeling movement initiate from the inner core as you breathe, igniting that flame, that heat, that inside. The breath being the catalyst. Fanning the flames internally. Continuing your rock, gently looking, gazing up to the sky, or perhaps keeping your eyes closed. And when that feels complete, returning to stillness. Bringing the hands down to the earth, perhaps on your knees. Grounding the hands. Even an option to bring your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your belly. We're going to inhale through the nose for 4 counts. We're going to exhale for 8. We're going to feel the weight of your hands as a signal of presence, but also taking the time to notice every part that your body is touching, a support beneath you. And let us begin. Inhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Acknowledging presence. Inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale. Returning to a uncontrolled breathing. Noticing, maybe blinking the eyes open, softening between the eyebrows, rolling the shoulders back. And then either inviting yourself to a kneeling or standing position. Honoring that even if you're able to stand, that maybe your body calls to kneel. Taking that moment to ask what your body calls for and following its lead and allowing your breath to guide you. If you're standing, I invite you to hinge at the hips, coming into a forward fold, bending the knees as much as it takes to put the hands flat on the earth. And if you're kneeling, bending your torso over your knees, coming into child's wisdom or surrender pose shape. Allowing the spine to drape. Feeling the contact of the body with the earth. Repeating silently, I am grounded. I am here. Following the breath, and I want to just honor some space. As a trauma-informed yoga instructor, there's actually a few words that we try to avoid, and actually pose is one of them. It can be triggering to trauma survivors, so we use shape often, position, But just acknowledging any sensitivities and even any internal reactions to the words, or that somebody else might have a reaction to the words. Just seeing what bubbles up inside of you as I speak. If you focus on your breath, this nervous system calming stance, repeating, I am grounded, I am here. Brief stillness, scanning the body, focusing on the belly, the thighs, and the palms. Asking yourself, what's alive here? Welcoming sensation without fixing. And if you are in a forward fold, inviting yourself back upright. Maybe bringing yourself down to a kneeling and into that surrender shape. Hips to the heels, folding over our legs. Arms can be extended or they can be wrapped around, or they can be placed underneath your head for support. As we close out, I want to remind you that anxiety may not disappear, but with presence, it softens. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to ground. Thank you for showing up to this practice today. Thank you for showing up. And thank yourself for showing up. And thank your body for carrying you through all that it has. I do invite you now to roll over, ending the practice laying on your back. Final rest shape, allowing the integration of the breath and the movement to wash over your body and being, as I leave you with these everyday integration tips. One is to carry a grounding stone in your pocket to touch during anxious moments, reminding you that you are connected to the earth. From there, feeling your toes, wiggling your nose, scrunching it up maybe, but finding that breath, right? Use the breath cue. Inhale safety. Exhale tension throughout your day. And if available to you, offer yourself a 3-minute standing forward fold or wisdom surrender child's before or after overstimulating environments, triggering moments. Taking those moments to ground down and really feel into your body and your being. Coming back into the present moment. Expanding nervous system capacity. And that exercise, that fluctuation between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. I want to leave you today, of course, with a couple yogi quotes. And the first one is unknown. It says, the body always leads us home if we are willing to listen. And second, to be grounded is to be free, inspired from the Yoga Sutras. If you are into journaling or even just some svadhyaya, some self-reflection, asking yourself, what does safety feel like in your body today? And how can I return to that sensation when anxiety arises? Affirmation is I am grounded, I am present, I am safe. This work is just the beginning. Join us in the EO Health and Wellness app. That's E@L, Health and Wellness app, pronounced eel, like the ocean creature, for somatic tools, breathwork, movement sessions, and nervous system nourishment. Inside the app, you'll find a breath and meditation movement library, a habit tracker, the Eel Haven for the beginners, and the current community for 100-day members, and the Ripple Effect 6 Habit Blueprint course. If you ever join the current or the Ripple Effect, even if it's only for the 100 days, like you get lifetime access to that information, but that community also, right? So even though it's a 100-day membership, that course specifically, you have lifetime access. And the ripple effect is a 12-week course, transform 6 habits in 12 weeks blueprint. But again, you have lifetime access to that skills in that community. So in the app, you can also schedule one-on-one somatic sessions with me, including emotion code work. I do individuals, I do couples, I do team support. But start with website h3aleealus.online. Let the healing ripple forward, off the mat, and into real life. Thank you, and namaste.